I wanted to get inside.
Hey, wake up.
I'm awake. What's your problem?
Our problem.
Sorry, our problem.
That storm knocked out the phone line I used to talk to the service, which means we're cut off. I tried radioing out, and that's not working either. I don't really know why that would be the case.
Can I go fix it?
Well, you probably can't, but what you can do is hike out to where the wire runs through your area and report back if it's down. Then I can track down a ranger to get someone on it.
Okay, I can do that. Where is it?
Remember that cave you hiked through yesterday?
North of it.
Yeah, of course.
So you're gonna want to go back there, go through it, and keep going straight to the north when you come out.
Will do.
I've been there.
Hank?
It's Henry.
What, you don't like Hank?
Yeah, I don't like Hank.
But thanks rhymes with Hank.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, all right.
Well, at least I got my book. Can put it back on the bookshelf. But back, well, I yoinked it from people. Oh my goodness, President. Maybe about Dent history. Let's see, is there anything of note over here? Should I be marking days off? Not marking days off, but marking off days, you know. What have I typed up? Sleep is gonna be a real problem without making this list of all that's happening all the time for Henry from the future. This was the night your tower got turned over and your sheets were gone. Oh my goodness, my bed sheets! Wow! Going to have to figure that out today because last night wasn't good and I'm fucking freezing. I was 100% sure I wouldn't have any. That should have been Julia, right? Can you not type, dude? Dreams out here since I was sleeping in a new place and I sleep around 5 a.m. Then we were held back on the beach in Melbourne. There's that moment where I know it's coming. Where I know the water's gonna come up and up and up. I think I'm gonna spew or my heart is going to stop or something. But this time I woke up before anything happened. Maybe that's progress. Jules dreams indeed. This is about someone else, it's about something else. I had my fingers crossed that I would just be dreaming about squirrels and mountains and trees and shit. But what are you going to do? Ah yes, the Forest Service. Department of Agriculture. Amazing. Yeah, I can call that one in. I should have called it in a while back. Nope. God damn it. There we go. You hold it like this, and then you just let go of shift.
Hey, there's a map in my tower that I'm pretty sure is not USGS regulation. Unless I've unknowingly been assigned to work in 2 orcs, and the lake to the east is made of acid.
That sounds erroneous.
Looks like the previous resident was into fantasy.
Remember when I mentioned that I gained a degree of respect for this guy based on this particular item? That's not his. Obviously, it doesn't mesh with anything as far as he is concerned. So of course I got some respect, and that respect was for someone else entirely. Now, presumably that respect might be for the lunatic that has vandalized this place and is putting my life in jeopardy, but nonetheless, it is some respect. Okay. So according to this is the Two Oaks Lair, it's the Halfling Village, the big spot, the Oak Pond, the Blood River. There's the magic circle, fair enough. Torxler. Death Mountain. Ooh, treasure chest. Yes, there's stuff over there. It's the Goblin Cave. A climb check required over here. We've been there. Doom Canyon, the Lake of Acid. I've been over there. The Iron Fortress. What does that constitute exactly? I don't know. What is a tavern somewhere? What is the tavern? The tavern in Halfling Village. There are taverns over there in the Scorched Lands. There's the Witch's House. Gladys Silver's ancestral home. Intriguing. And there are the Lost Woods. Not much that I need to be worried about, I think. And not much that I necessarily need to keep in mind. It's not like... It's not like I have forgotten much of anything that was... on the map. Put the books back neatly onto the bookshelf. I could pick up more books and just carry them over here. Oh, that's cute. I would like to report the 20. Come on, just put it back. Ah, fine, whatever. That's good enough too. Yeah, that's good enough, I'm afraid. The clock remains broken. So anything that still needs to be done. Anything whatsoever. Should I turn off power or something? I don't know. Presumably I should just head outside, right? Go over to the north. Beyond Hawk's Rest. But you know what that means? If I am supposed to head north, then the most sane gamer thing to do would be to head south instead. And investigate everything that I possibly can investigate. Oh, and if I pick up any books, I have to carry them back here, store them on my little bookshelf. Confiscate. Okay. I think these might come in handy. We want to send a signal. We want to use something akin to a flare. Well, we've got fireworks. Dangerous though it may be, as an idea, I think it's the best idea I have. It's the best I can do. It's a brand new day. Anything going on by the outhouse? Nope, guy's still lodged. As he should be. Lovely. What is her tower over there, I guess?
You wake up pretty early then, huh?
As soon as the sun comes up. Forest Service really frowns on us putting up curtains for some reason.
I just covered my head with my pillow. Seems to do the trick.
Wow. The forest could never burn down on your watch.
Hey, I can see your tower. Suppose that means you can see me.
Yeah, well enough.
Well, I can see you.
Can you see the communication wires from where you are?
I can see the poles, but I have no idea if the wire's in good shape or not. They run a good distance up to a spot called Beartooth Point. You just need to walk along them all the way up there and make sure everything's in ship shape.
Copy that. I've been there before, and now I am actually supposed to go there. Why do you keep grabbing this every single time? So as not to hit your head? Are you really that clumsy? It's not that difficult, just as long as you don't rush past it, which presumably everyone just keeps running around like a headless chicken. As long as you don't actually run, you're not gonna bop your head on it, running into it. I imagine someone is going to mess up my generators soon enough. Oh boy. Let's head south first and foremost. The sun has barely risen on the second day of my stay here. I have plenty of time. And as much as I would love to investigate the wires, I think they can wait a bit. I think they definitely can, because they're not going to get fixed immediately. And I have a feeling, wow, foggy. I have a feeling that what took out the wires wasn't an accidental force of nature, it was someone acting on purpose.
Pretty damn cold out here.
Roger that. Warms up fast. The mornings are cold in Boulder, though, right?
Yeah, they are.
What did you get up to down there? I mean, what's life like?
I just spend a lot of time with Julia.
Oh, so you have someone there.
Well,
But you're taking a little break. Or...
we're...
Look, I'm sorry. Can you hold that thought?
Sure. Just gonna keep hiking and hoping it warms up.
Heyo. I don't think so. Why, have you?
What?
Okay, good. No, I don't think he has any idea.
Hey, your button is still down.
I'm absolutely sure. Would you?
Fine, just
Okay,
listen.
I'll let you know if anything changes in that regard. Hey, sorry about that. Anyway, Julia, girlfriend? Ex? Sorry, I don't mean to pry.
Honest!
Who is who?
I don't think he has any idea. What was that? Were you talking about me?
What?
You left your button pressed or something.
Henry, that call was work. I was just talking to... Actually, it's not really your business. Why are you freaking out?
I'm not freaking out.
I'm not freaking out.
Good. I'm gonna go quiet for a little bit. Call me if it's important.
Delilah stepped away, she's annoyed. Well, Delilah is unavailable. Honesty is the best policy, isn't it? Right? Okay, I got the opportunity to eavesdrop a tiny bit. And what did I do? Well, I immediately reported back to her that I got the opportunity to eavesdrop because I figured being open about well, pretty much everything is preferable to pretending everything is perfectly fine and just, you know, hoping for the best, trying to surreptitiously solve issues. I figured having an adult conversation was the best way to go. I figured getting past any misunderstandings was best achieved through open communication. But of course, that's just my naivete, isn't it? That's not how people operate. Being deceitful presumably gets you further. Not necessarily even being dishonest, just, you know, hiding information, not making everything perfectly clear. Working things out on your own. Not prying. Even if it sounds like the situation might be, well, of a questionable nature. I understand that that might have been related to work, but at the same time, then who the hell was that? The whole point of the situation is that she can't get a hold of anybody. Or you have difficulty communicating because the wires have been cut. So, what exactly is going on here? What is going on? Was Delilah behind the rock slide? Was she? Or was she not? A gap in the brush? What did I find? Where am I? This does not lead anywhere, but it is a hiding spot. As far as I can see and as far as I can tell. Well, not anymore now that I've cleared it out, I guess. Where am I again? I'm at the signpost, but where is that exactly? Crumbled tower of it. Wait, what? Oh no, that's the uprooted tree, I guess. I don't think I'm going to accomplish much of anything. What's the duration to medicine wheel? That's dumb as hell. I know where I am, I know where I'm going, and I know what I should be doing. Here's the thing, though. I essentially had three options. As far as the follow-up conversation was concerned. By which I mean that I could have picked different options that led me to those options. But nevertheless, I had three options at that point. Why is this orange? Oh no, it's just glowed up, fair enough. I had three options. I could have talked about Julia, revealing information to her. I could have said nothing, or I could have asked her about what she was exactly talking about at that particular point in time. Perhaps I've chosen poorly. Alright, of course I can't go back there, can I? No more rope.
I'm at the shale slide. I can't climb down from here without a rope.
You shouldn't need a rope where you're headed. The climb through the canyon has its dangerous bits, but you should be able to do it without gear.
Which way is the canyon again?
It's just north of your tower.
I know where I'm supposed to go, but nevertheless, I'd like to be able to reach that area again. Now, I suspect that I'm supposed to be suspicious of Delilah, but presumably this title of that she can be trusted? What the hell is that? Something? Hello? What are you jiggling up there? What? Yes, what of it? Dude! Seriously, what? What view? What are you talking about? Yeah, that's Delilah's towel. I understand that that counts as an object, but I can't interact with it. I can't mention it. There's nothing that can be done about it. There's this view. Just like that. And that's it. I don't know what to trust anymore. And of course, the complexity of human interactions also overwhelms me. There are so many things that can be done, there are so many things that can be said. Who do you trust? Do you trust anyone? Do you open up about these very personal things now that you're stuck out there in the woods? Like, do you trust Delilah to such an extent that you tell her all about your sad story and about your demented wife? Or do you keep that close to your heart? Not reveal it, gnaw on you, and ruin you. Do you talk about your dog? Is it okay to talk about your dog? Perhaps it's a better idea to talk about your dog. Or do you insist on talking about inconsequential stuff? That's something that can be done. Why not? Might as well focus on inconsequential stuff. It's perfectly fine. It's small talk, isn't it? It's perfectly culturally appropriate. If anything ever was appropriate, it's small talk. Because you're yapping about something, and at the same time you're not revealing sensitive information. Not at all. You're not saying anything meaningful. And yet you are having an interaction with a fellow human being. I've tried. I've really tried, but there's nothing to investigate over there. I can't get there without a rope. So the only way I can proceed, as far as I can tell, is down through here to the caves. Unless that path near cache 306 can be cleared. I'll check that right now. Don't get your hopes up, though. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I would like to trust Delilah. I would like to be able to trust someone. Which I guess is only natural. But at the same time, does she deserve my trust? Does she deserve my trust yet? I don't necessarily think so. And of course, she has the right to keep her secrets. I have the right to keep mine. And since I wasn't eavesdropping on purpose, it's not like I was doing anything on purpose. I just overheard a conversation and I wanted to inquire about it. I don't think I've overstepped any boundaries. I haven't taken any hostile steps. I don't feel like I've really done anything wrong. I don't think like I should be held accountable for that, as if I had made some not even necessarily a mistake, just a faux pas. I don't know. Perhaps Delilah is overreacting, who knows? We shall see how our strange relationship proceeds. Let's just get down the... should I get down the hill? Should I just get down the hill? Could do a little bit more climbing, if necessary. Or I could just go down the straightforward path. Why not? As far as I remember, there isn't anything left to explore. But of course, that's as far as I remember. That doesn't mean that there isn't anything new to explore over there. What was that? I just noticed something I could interact with. No, I don't think so. Oh boy. Let's just head down, find the wires, near Hawk's Rest, and see where that leads. As much as I adore the idea of... The cave's going to be open, isn't it? That path will suddenly become accessible. Nope, not really. Not yet, presumably. As much as I would love to be under, I wouldn't like to do so completely needlessly and completely pointlessly. If anything, I would like to... I'm heading west. I wanted to go to all sorts of places. Places I wasn't supposed to go. I know where I should go. My goodness. Even if you turn off the GPS tracker, you still get the opportunity to ask for directions. It's wonderful. In case you really can't keep track of any landmarks whatsoever and get lost very easily. All you know, you just explore areas like a normal person instead of compulsively going over every single rock, every single nook and cranny until you memorize them. That's an option too. Either way, as I was saying, as much as I seemed to be forced to head out there and investigate the wires, I obviously can backtrack through... Here, what was that? Onwards I go through the Thunder Canyon. Over here, yeah, there are two paths. You can go... Oh my. And what to my wondrous eyes should I see? I won't be able to make it too far down this path because there's going to be a mounting point I just won't be able to attach a rope to because I don't have a rope. But other than that, it's all fine. I just desperately need to find a rope. That's it. That's what I want out of life. A rope. Fourth book. Oh boy. Well. This'll be fun. Let's plop it down over here, explore the tiniest of bits, and then carry the book at least all the way to the cave. I'll pick it up on my way back, and then carry it back to my tower. I haven't looked at the list of achievements, but if I were designing...
Whoa, I found a turtle. Maybe it's a tortoise. It's a thing with a shell.
Classic.
Well, isn't that something?
It's actually pretty cute.
Well, Henry, if you decide you want it to keep you company, nobody'll mind.
Now, what do I call it? Looks like a,
Hello, it's Shadewall.
You know, actually, I think I'll come up with this thing's name on my own. Something real special.
What a lucky creature.
Hello, little guy. Adopt. You're mine now. I like turtles. I don't even have to carry it alongside the book. Also, ducks, geese, hunters on the other end of the lake. I don't know. Something or someone. The hell? That's the wispiest and most congealed fog I have witnessed in my entire life. That can't possibly be fog. I don't know what that is, but it ain't natural. Alright, that's the path to the canyon. That's the sign, lovely. Are all the clothes and backpacks still there? That is a sensible question to ask. Because if they are still there, the camping, hiking, firework setting off, skinny dipping, rude lesbians might, oh, right, everything is gone. Well, that seems reasonable. Of course it is. Wait, what? Was that a beer can I've missed last time? Was it? Oh, don't tell me I can't get through to the other side. Oh, this is so accessible. This is so blatantly accessible. I should be able to get through here. But I cannot. Right. I can't interact with the bonfire. There was something. I thought I've noticed that's something I could interact with. All these briars are blocking my way, so I can't go through there. It was right around here, but I can't see it. I could go through each frame of the recording to find out what it might have possibly been. Unless I'm just hallucinating at this stage. There was something there, wasn't there? Or was there? Yeesh. Oh well. The turtle's not in my inventory. It's not much of an inventory anyway. I can climb this, and I will momentarily. Oh, presumably that's a path further north that I have yet to explore. Let's not lose it, shall we? I have a feeling that this path doesn't lead anywhere novel, really. presumably been here. Where am I going? A tad north? It's probably not getting me anywhere. It's presumably a dead end. Yes, yes it is. Yes. You mean... That's the path down. At this point I was beginning to wonder whether my initial fall was an accident at all, but I think that is being overly paranoid. You can't just assume that there are absolutely no accidents. That presumably was a mere happenstance. Nothing of note. Similarly, as I presume, if there was a path over to the southwest, it would have been a tad more accessible. Instead of forcing me to squeeze through something I have yet to notice. As many times as I have been here so far. So let's not pursue that line of inquiry any further. Grab the book and get the hell out of here. Quack, quack indeed. Onwards, through the Thunder Canyon. I'll leave it in the cave, then proceed north. It'll all be fine. Let's not get our feet wet unnecessarily. Go over this, climb over that. Head on over here, climb another shelf. Keep on jogging. Go over there, climb over here. Nothing terribly exciting about this bit of our adventure. I'll presumably compress it in some fashion. There's no need for you to see this all again. All over. It's just a completely useless hike. It's not even terribly picturesque. There's nothing we haven't seen before over here. Guess I'll just use time compression to deal with this nonsense. Yeah, I know, canyon. There you go, book. I won't miss you. I mean, I will miss you, but I won't miss you. I need to see what lies ahead. Even though I could figure, oh, that's enough for today, that is quite enough. I desire further discoveries. Desperately need to know. I've been here before. I've seen these. I've seen these rocks. I've acquainted myself with those boulders. Yeah. And I'm familiar with the telephone poles. Presumably some line is cut. And a prediction that I wanted to make is that my blanket has been missing and I know where I will find it. I think I'll find it at Hawk's Rest. I don't know why. Presumably because it's the only hut-like place that exists out here. So it's the only sensible location. But that would imply that someone is still camping out there, which is perfectly viable. Hey, maybe those cigarettes were quite fresh. That guy that went missing, he could have left those cigarettes. He absolutely could have. But what if someone is actually hanging out there, making use of that place? Yes, what have you noticed? Dude! Oh yeah, that's the last tower. Never mind. Hawk's Rest, here we go. Oh yes, the outhouse. The old outhouse, over. No, seriously, there's nothing to say about it. There absolutely isn't anything to say. So why am I getting the symbol? Because presumably, ordinarily, I would be approaching this place for the first time. I don't know. Any books there that's behind? Nope. Here's the hat. Any raccoons in the area? Any raccoons out here in the audience? Anyone? Hello? Little critters? Why I cannot simply walk down here is a mystery for the ages. It seems perfectly accessible, but apparently I cannot go there. Okay, moment of truth, people. Moment of truth. Will I find the blanket? Or will I not? Well, is that my blanket? Is it? Oh look, the old stove is... I've closed it last time. So either this game does not keep state, or someone has closed it. Any more raccoons? Doesn't seem that way, but hey. Might as well check from time to time for additional raccoons. Was this there before? Is that not my blanket? I don't know. I don't know anymore. I can't remember. But obviously you can look it up. And I could look it up if I were to actually go ahead and look it up. Which I obviously won't do right now. Is that a trap doll? In a manner of speaking, yes. I need to remember that little fact. There is a trapdoor, though. Hopefully I won't forget that in the future. One step over a nice, conspicuous culprit. Well, I see the cables. The cables seem to be perfectly fine. Nothing suspicious going on around here. No siree. Was this blocked off last time? I'm pretty sure it was. We've been here. That's the log. I could jump over the log itself, don't get me wrong, but I couldn't get far past it. That's what I'm trying to get at. And now, this region is accessible all of a sudden. Alright, we're here. Let's head west first. Scour the area, check every last... That's actually the path north. Let's see now. Maybe going east would be a better idea. Because this is a path that leads straight down. Let's actually head up there and see what there is to see. Before heading down. Presumably there's nothing there to see, but I'd rather find that out on my own. Truly, exploration-heavy games are made for less meticulous people. It is utterly unnecessary to go through every single square inch of territory. These are not the pixel hunting days of yore, where things just were in places and could easily be overlooked. If something is there, it's pretty blatant most of the time. If it's a tad inobvious, it's a secret. Although I would love to see all things that are there to see. So if I can check something out of sequence, that's also a lovely idea. That would be all in favor of. Okay, what can I actually say about this utility pole? It seems to be fine.
I can see the wire you're talking about. It looks like it's in good shape from here.
Follow it up to the top of the trail if you can. You can head back as soon as you give me the all clear.
Got it.
Is there the possibility of the wire being perfectly fine and communication being impossible? What would that imply?
So we really can't reach anyone any other way than these wires?
What else do you suggest? Smoke signals?
Just seems dangerous.
Well, if they don't hear from me for a few days, they'll send someone out, but I'd rather it not come to that.
Well, see, people, here's the thing. I have the fireworks, so we can effectively put a flare out there. Although, who the hell would understand? Would it be a clear message? Would it really? Would they get it? Would they see fireworks and figure, oh, something is amiss? We'd better send help. We'd better investigate. Or would they just ignore it? And figure, it's the responsibility of those guys over there. They'll handle it, right? Well, obviously I do not know. That is one way to find out. If I can set off the fireworks. Shoddy. If I can set off the fireworks, then presumably I will. Possibly. So that's 306, right? Presumably I'll find a book here. A rope would be brilliant. That's, sorry, that's 302. 306 is somewhere else entirely. Yeah, let's catch 302. Two folks look out, 302. Mule Point? What? Mule Point and Two Folks Lookout? Oh, this must be from a different perspective, right? This is very suspicious. This is Beartooth Point, so hopefully... No, North is still up there. to Thunder Canyon. But that's what Two Forks is. That's what. So Two Forks Lookout cannot possibly be there to the west. That makes no sense unless the world is looped. I've seen a game like that. This is pretty eroded. Recently leaving through Mule Point, NA. Eroded. Sounds worrying. Well, I guess you can possibly come back via another way. And I might have to if it collapses underneath me. Dave? Oh, it's a message from Ron. Dave, hello. I got your note about meeting to talk, and sorry I didn't track you down. Been looking for you all day. Figured you'd be out near the canyon helping the grad students, but I guess not. I don't even know how I can really help anyway. We're co-workers, you know, amigos, profesionales. If you need someone to throw back a case... what? To throw back a case with and go time traveling? Oh, fair enough. Ron's your guy, but not great with the life stuff, you get it. Oh, I should have called it in, shouldn't I? More pine cones! Why are you storing pine cones in the supply cache? I think we can find more pine cones elsewhere. Holding pine cones. Oh, look, another book. That's a ball, all right. I guess it was mostly there to obscure the book. Another book. Detective Neil Black told himself he'd never visit Australia, but when a grisly murder in South City leads all the way to Sydney, Black is determined to make the killers say good day to justice. The critics rave over crime by the numbers. Neil Black makes Sam Spade look like Mickey Mouse. Living in the golden age. We are living in the golden age of crime fiction. Richard Sturgeon is King Midas. Crime by the numbers, as if Tolstoy wrote the stolen novels of my youth. There may not be a better depictor of drama in our lifetime. Yeah, this guy seems pretty good. Pretty good indeed. However, lugging this book back all the way through the cave is going to be kind of painful. But I can do it. Of course, losing the book somewhere in the brush would be highly undesirable. The moment I lose track of it, the book is pretty much gone. Alright, it isn't. It isn't actually gone at that point. Something a lot more depressing would happen. I would just go around the area desperately searching for my lost book. 6 feet down under. Yeah, clever. I get it. Pun. Am I seriously doing what I think I'm doing? Well, hell yeah, I am. Why the hell not? I'll just carry this book over to the cave. I'll find a way to make this reasonably non-intrusive. That's not how momentum works. Hopefully I did not get lost. There we go. Did not quite get as lost as I had expected to get. Lovely. Oh yeah, logging those two is going to be a goddamn doozy. You've gotta be kidding me. That's okay. It's right there, I just can't see it, right? I just can't... God damn it! I went through all the effort of carrying the stupid book over here. Just to lose it while it glitched through the ground? Oh. That's lovely. It's not here. It's just not here. I figured it would simply be invisible, but still available. But no, apparently it's gone forever. I just lugged it around and got it over here for no good reason whatsoever. Also, there's something really messed up about the shading of this, but well, damn it. It might very well respawn where I initially found it. What are the odds of that? It's presumably lost forever, glitched under a texture or something. There's no way I'm actually going to find it. And there probably is an achievement for collecting all these things, which I'm probably not going to get. But then again, how the hell are you supposed to know that you can't just leave things lying on the ground? Not even under, well, on the rocky surface of the cave, because they'll just get gobbled up. By nothingness. How was I supposed to know that? How was I supposed to predict that? I figured if you can toss things onto the ground and they just stay there nicely, you can drop things. Well, I have already dropped things, and they will not simply cease to exist. But rather will continue to exist in their current form in a different place. Silly me! Making such unwarranted assumptions about the permanence of physical objects. I will report the beer cans momentarily, but first I have something that I need to check. I need to know. Because if the book has respawned, now that means I have to trek all the way back. But that much I am willing to do. If the book is gone forever, I'm going to be upset. The book is gone forever. It's not coming back. I can pick up the bolt though. Fancy that. Unlikely to be useful, but hey, I can lug it around. I'd better not drop it, because if I do so by accident, then it might just disappear permanently and be no longer available within the confines of this game. It'll transcend existence itself. and go to a place far beyond. See, most of the things don't actually clip through terrain. You drop that board, the board is there. I really, really want to build up to a disappointment where I go back to the cave and find out, to my amazement, that the book is right there. It has respawned. Yet again, it's there alongside the other book. That would be great. I would be really pleased with myself. Now, that would not unmake the glitch, but at the same time, I would...
Guess what?
What is it?
There's a bunch of empty cans up here.
Same as before?
Yep.
These fucking kids.
How could these girls be so stupid?
Trust me, I never underestimate the stupidity of a drunk teenager. Also, I never underestimate the balls of a drunk young woman, having been one.
They cut the cables? They're the real masterminds behind this. It was the pyro lesbians all along. Maybe they're responsible for my book's disappearance, damn it. Okay, I can climb that shelf. Where does that lead exactly? So that's cache 302. I'm sorry, where exactly does that shelf lead? Is that the path north, then west and south? Possibly. I'll investigate that first and foremost. You can see the cable around here, and then it heads west, so that ought to give me some sort of a clue as to where this is. No dice. Really? It's around there. And then it... Oh, this is the path south. So this is a path west. Oh... Okay. North and west. So this seems to be where I'm supposed to go. Intriguing. So this direction is actually south. Is this backtracking? Is this where I came from? Is it now? It very well might be. I think it is. Okay, so that's where the cable leads. Let's climb over here. Can't get there. You follow the cable. This is this loose bit that I have seen before. This leads absolutely nowhere, so I have to get back down. And presumably the path ahead lies over that little blocky, rocky ledge. There's no other way to go. No other place to explore. I'm still upset over that disappeared book. If I find out that there's an achievement for collecting all the books, and that a single book got eaten by a gremlin. Oh, the long drop down. Okay, amigo, how are you going to get back up if you take the long drop down, pray tell? Or are you just going to get permanently stranded? Proceed. No!
Well, I hopped down a drop and now I can't climb back up.
That is a pickle.
I can just keep hiking, but I figured I should let you know in case I get myself trapped out here.
How adventurous of you.
I've been doing a lot more climbing out here than I expected.
Well, keep your radio charged. I'd hate to one day find a skeleton with an orange backpack at the bottom of a ravine.
I figured that one out before I actually jumped down, but there was no other way. What was I supposed to do? Refuse to jump down? I couldn't actually communicate about it ahead of time. I would have preferred that option, but I guess... Oh, I'd be told to turn around? That's certainly an option. Oh no, I can't climb back up. It's right here. Seriously, right here. You're going down here and it's all fine. It's a completely contrived problem, dude. I'm sorry, everything broke down for me with that book disappearing. That's the turning point. That's when things spiraled out of control. That was the most important part of the entire journey for me. A disappearing book. I wanted to collect them all. I set a task for myself. And I failed miserably. Not due to my own shortcomings, no. But because the world decided that it should disappear. For no good reason. Permanently. Irrevocably. Annoyingly. Blocked path. And where exactly is that? Over here. Well then, I guess I follow the eastern path. Notice any additional blocked trails. And then march onwards north. Towards my destiny and my destination. There's nothing of note here. Nothing. Really, there's the long drop and then there's the path up. That's it. Stupid book. Damn book. I really wanted to collect all the novels, but no. I'm sorry, what are you talking about? I don't get it, no. Everything seems fine to me. I'm not going to report it because I absolutely have no clue what he's really referring to. It's fine. Oh, yeah, I see. Actually, these beer cans mark where I am supposed to go and what I have not yet seen. So there's that. I have been through here. Then just follow the cable. Then I reach the spot, call this in. Lovely. Wait a minute. What's Delilah's place again? Oh boy. Yeah, reconnecting these is not going to be terribly simple, is it?
Yeah, okay, the wire's down here.
Okay, good. Any sign of those girls? Did they mess with anything?
I'll look around. Hey, so the wire is definitely down out here. I just found it. Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't look like the wind. It looks like it was cut deliberately.
You don't say.
I knew it. The moment you said you found their trash. These idiots are gonna pay. Do they realize this is how people die? I mean, what if something happened to one of my lookouts while this was going on?
Yeah, what if?
God forbid there's an actual fire burning out of control.
What do you want to do?
I want you to go find them.
And then what?
I haven't thought that far ahead. That's not true. Everything that comes to mind is illegal.
Let's hear it.
Oh yeah?
Hey, I came out here for a breath of fresh air and some adventure. What do you got?
I think I want you to just find them and scare the hell out of them.
Yeah, I'd make a spooky ghost costume, but they stole my sheets.
No, wait for them to wander off and wreck their camp. Something that would make a teenage girl run home to mommy and daddy.
I'll find them.
Thanks.
But I am gonna need a raise.
Don't hold your breath. I'd start by hiking back towards your tower and just keep an eye out for anything that would lead you to them.
Well, they're big into Red Eagle.
Great. See if you can find the path they took down from there. Maybe they looped back around towards the lake or something. I doubt they're where they were yesterday, but they obviously can't have gone far.
This is not connected to anything, is it? Uh-huh. Yeah. Also, once again, I don't trust Delilah. Oh, what if something were to happen to one of the people here? Oh, and what if there was a fire? Yeah, possibly, but at the same time, I can't help but, well, I can, but I feel like this might be an idea of hers. Maybe I'm being overly paranoid, yeah. But better safe than sorry. Goddamn pyro sabotaging lesbians. Seriously though, is this supposed to be my reasonable interpretation of the events? That it's the pyro lesbians? Is that what I'm supposed to assume? Yeah, I can jump down these ledges. There's no point, there's no reason to do so. I can just walk through here. There'd have to be some sort of an avalanche to force me to do that. Which there very well may be. Cut comes while. Okay. So, where the hell am I now then? So if the cut wire is over there, and there seems to be a single path to the cut wire. No, I've looped around. No, I haven't looped around actually. No, I'm just headed west presumably, right? Yes, I am. I'm headed west. Over there. And then I can turn north to the supply drop. Oh, look, there's a bridge headed north. Let me put it this way. This is quite close to someone. It's quite close to her. Isn't it? That's where her lookout is. That's where her tower lies. Fancy that. Could she have cut it herself? Would she have cut it herself? What's the motive here? Because I can see the opportunity. She definitely gets up early. And since my guy likes to sleep in, it's not like he would have noticed her going down there, cutting the wire, coming all the way back, and then reporting it to him innocently, blaming the pyro lesbians. Did I miss any beer cans? What's her angle? What's the motive? Is it to start a fire? Is it to kill me? But why? Perhaps she was the pyro lesbian all along. Perhaps they are her accomplices. I have no idea what is actually going on here. Of course I don't. If I already did, there wouldn't be that much of a point going on, would there? I would just already have an image and a clue. Cache 241, something I'm going to find. Alright, hold on. This is where I can climb back. I was headed west, and this is the path west. After heading west, I will have the opportunity to head either south or north. South or north, everyone. And presumably this is the path south, isn't it? Down this canyon. So the path north must be at the head. Let's head south first. But south is the path back. Yes, south is the path back. They're presumably further north, so I presumably should head south. But the way south is also the way back. Calling it supply cache, 241 has rope. Or possibly the teens are to the north. In which case I will go there and will only be heading back through the southern path. It's a coin toss to an extent. Fine, even if I'm not supposed to go up north first, I'm going north anyway. It might have been a reasonable assumption to go south, but the northern area is smaller. So if it is a coin toss scenario, then it seems to be a better bet to head north. Long drop down. Oh no, you're not doing this. Well, I guess I'm heading south. Because at least I can get back though. If I pick the southern path first. Oh great, there's a blocked trail, so I don't really have a choice, do I? Where is it? Mark it off on your map. What? There's no way. Oh. Oh no, sorry, this is the... Is it though? Is that the path? This leads south mostly, so I guess this is the path. It's a bit of a shortcut, really. I'll have to cut through this in order to get back. Because presumably this sidesteps the long drop. However, there's another long drop ahead. Presumably that one leads me to the fork in the road that actually allows me to go either south or north. Oh boy. Down I go. I really don't believe that two teenage girls would engage in drunken vandalism in such a fashion just to piss off a helmet park ranger. And my opinion of both teenagers, male and female, is reasonably dreadfully low. I just don't see much of a motive. I really don't.
I gotta tell you, all this climbing and jumping, it's pretty invigorating.
Just wait for the rest of the summer when you'll be sitting on your fat ass 14 hours a day.
Supply drop. Thoroughfare fire lookout. Guess who's there? Two Folks fire lookout and Jonesy Lake. To the north, supply drop. To the south. Halfway south. I'm here at the Folk. We're going north. Look at the sights, the wonderful sights. So, I have almost forgotten about the book. Don't worry, once I return to the cave, I'm going to be anguished over it. All anew. It'll all come back to me. If I could just spawn it back manually, that would be great. Is there a cheat code of some description? I don't want to muck about in this program's memory. I could, hypothetically, but I kinda don't want to. Boy, am I pissed. Well, east or west, Weston? How about we go west first, get to the supply drop, where the teens are presumably resupplying, with beer, and pretzels, and fireworks, and I don't know, scissors. I know I can see that, don't worry. Just exploring. Yes, yes, breathtaking vistas. That's the extent of the western path, I guess. A supply drop indeed. This is the one that's going to give me presumably not just rope but also cutting tools, right? Two folks must pick spruce. I had such high hopes, and I was perfectly prepared to steal from another region. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. All the build-up for naught. There's nothing. It's completely empty. Absolutely empty. Nothing. Maybe it's post security. Maybe the teens have simply figured out that the code is 1, 2, 3, 4. Or maybe they invited the goddamn luck-picking lawyer. I don't know. All I know is there's nothing in the supply cache. It's all empty. And why can't I even call that in? Is it really so unnoteworthy? Oh no. Well, no, not if I go then. Well, north, yes, northeast to be precise. Hey, hey, hey! Guess who's coming to visit? Absolutely. Oh, wait, no, I could potentially get there. So, wanna have visitors, Delilah? You cool with that? Oh, come on, I had the opportunity to call this stupid thing in. Come on! Where is it?
Hey, I'm out at a ravine. What's this thing that spans across it?
That is how you get to my sector.
Oh, great.
No kidding. Well, let me hike over.
Why can't I?
Locked up and mainly for emergencies. I've never actually used it.
That's okay, I'm
Rangers use it from time to time, but that's it.
I'm ready to learn.
Help! Oh, God, it's an emergency!
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got eyes on a tornado. I gotta get out of here.
A tornado in the heart of the Rockies?
Yes!
Holy moly, I need to call this in.
You can't.
Tom, Two Forks sees a tornado. He says he needs an evac into my sector. It's a meteorological impossibility. There haven't been tornadoes in the greater Yellowstone region in 100 million years. You're gonna need him to stay and take a detailed personal account, even if it means giving his life. Okay, I'll tell him. Sorry, Hank. No dice.
Man.
You are an absolute bitch, and I think you're behind all of this. Why would you insist that I can't even try to come for a visit right now that I've been cut off from my way back to my own goddamn station? And in light of all the unusual activities that have been going on in my region. Why? Seriously, zero trust. Now, I understand a sense of humor and a bit of sarcasm, but this is not promising, people. Once again, it's all neatly wrapped up as antisocial sarcasm, but it is, as far as I can see, genuine assholery and ill will. Perfectly genuine. I'm trapped here. I've dropped down 2 places that I can't climb back. I have been, well, burgled. I've noticed that guy with the flashlight that I have not met yet again. I am all the way out here. I will not get a gun because people think that's a bad idea, and now I can't get to the other side. Fancy that! Presumably I will get to the other sector, or will I? I was tempted to say, mark my words, I will get to that other sector, but odds are I never will. My map doesn't extend there, so why should I be allowed to get it over there? It's a false hope. Presumably I shall never get there. But once again, I would like to note that I do not trust this Delilah person. Oh, she's chatting. She's keeping tabs on where I am and what I am doing. But that doesn't mean I trust her. That just means that she is updated on my situation and position pretty much at all times. Which, if she's not necessarily the sort of person who has my best interest at her heart, if she doesn't, then that's a bad sign. Because there are all sorts of things she could possibly do to harm me then. Oh boy. What are the odds of me falling here? What do you think? How likely is that? Well, over the canyon I go. Don't break your back, buddy. I'm completely preferred to fall. Oh. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, what a relief. Oh my goodness. Is that a backpack? It's totally a backpack. It said container, didn't it? Hanging backpack. Okay. Oh, and that backpack needs to have a rope in it, otherwise I am permanently stuck. I'm still mad about the book. I am not terribly... What do you mean attach rope to hook? You don't have a rope, do you? Or do you suddenly magically have a rope? You don't. It's presumably in the backpack, dude. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
There's an abandoned pack out here.
And it's not one of the teens?
No, it looks like it was lost a long time ago.
Well, you could always pilfer it for supplies.
Swipers, I'm swiping. Brian Goodwin. Well, Brian... Not such a... Oh, camera! Rope!
Well, I am flush with ropes now. That pack was full of them, in decent condition too.
Excellent.
That's lucky.
I mean, there's enough rope here that I could just leave them hooked up. I think.
Yes, yes!
Oh, get this. This pack came with one of those cardboard single-use cameras.
With pictures left?
Yeah, he only used 3 or 4.
Neato.
Thank you, Brian Goodwin.
Wait, who?
The bag had the name Brian Goodwin sewn into the top.
Huh. Wow.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I just haven't heard that name in a few years.
What, was he a fella you had a thing with?
Yeah, it was so hot and heavy. Of course, Brian Goodwin was 12 years old, so, you know, our love could never really be understood.
Yeah, the world.
Ugh.
I'm kidding. Not about him being an actual 12-year-old. That part's true. He was stationed in Two Forks, your lookout, with his dad Ned 3 summers ago. Great kid.
You can bring children out here?
No. You know, I'm not a stickler for rules. They took off halfway through the summer.
Why? Where did they go?
I don't know. I never really hit it off with old Ned, and, one day they were just gone.
Oh, they're dead.
Sucks. Anyway, so it goes. Have, fun with that camera. Try not to snap anything that would scar a Photodome employee.
I don't know. I got a lot of hiking to do. Might get bored.
Well, I'm bored as rocks, so I'll keep you company while you find those girls, huh?
Oh yeah, certainly. Oh boy. Can I possibly use the rope to connect to that cable car thing over there? Walking over this is a lot less intimidating now that I know I didn't fall the first time. It's not like they would expect me to head all the way back immediately, would they? I could use the camera, but I don't see a good reason to do so. So I won't. Curious. Now I pretty much have everything I'll ever have. Will I actually get prompted to use the camera? Or is that something I can do whenever I choose to? Nope, the cable car is not something I can just use. I don't know if it is broken or I just can't figure out a way to operate it. So I'll head to the other side. Tie that rope everywhere that I can. That opens up quite a few places. I will get another item presumably so that I can get through a thick vegetation. Bam, rope. Let's rappel down. Don't fall now. Oh great, do you seriously need that one here? Could just jump down, you know. Nope, fine. Have it your way. Seriously, these places are not so steep. I think I could climb that, and I'm anything but athletic. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Look at that incline. That's nothing. Anyway, these are the 2 points. That's the cache. Let's go a bit north to that little nook over there. Then I explore the southern region. And then I'll presumably head back. But of course, heading back is not entirely the plan.
Hey, sorry about snapping at you earlier.
Oh,
I thought about it and...
that gets mentioned.
Yeah, I suppose that must have sounded kind of weird when you heard me take that other call.
So what were you talking
Plus,
about?
You're just out here in your own head. Trust me, I know how it is. So, did you break any hearts back in Colorado when you took this job? I myself have chosen to never get attached to anyone who would miss me, but I know I'm a bit of an outlier. I don't mean that the way it sounds. I mean, I care about people, and I like companionship as much as the next person. But why does it have to come from the same person for your whole life? My Aunt Kathy was married to the same guy for 4 decades, and when he died, she found out he'd been having an affair with a real estate broker for 15 years. Whereas my Aunt Judy traveled the world dating artists and musicians as she saw fit. Call me crazy, but I'd rather spend a week in bed with Sonny Bono than half a lifetime with some cheating stockbroker.
I'm actually married.
But you're here.
She's sick, and I shouldn't be here, but I am.
I'm sorry, Henry. What is it?
We'll get into it.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, you are here, and it's beautiful, and escaping isn't always something bad.
Yeah, sure.
Look, I gotta go do a thing, but I'll have a radio. Okay, call me if you need to.
Okay. Now we know that Delilah isn't particularly into, well, attachments. Potentially she has a fear of commitments. And while that in itself may not be something entirely despicable, it offers the possibility of questionable conduct, shall we say. Namely, if she doesn't particularly tend to attach herself to individual people, but rather just uses them and discards them, she might not just do that in the context of personal relationships, but might as well potentially, you know, murder people. Who knows? That just might be the case. It very well might not be the case, of course. But it is a remote possibility, and I have already had my doubts about her. But then again, there's of course confirmation bias. A loose stone, yes. Very loose, yes. Quite a stone.
Someone found a fossil and put it in a cash box.
Could be the same person who left that antler.
Possibly.
Maybe they're leaving me an entire creature, piece by piece.
"18 pictures left. I'd better not." Dave, guess who's going out with Debbie next week? No, not that shit, you Steve. It's your man Ron. Went up to check on the new guy at Two Forks and heard him talking to himself more than usual for lookouts, so I figured I'd stay away. Remember when you saw Chimney Rock having himself in that hammock? I'm starting to think the Forest Service only picks the deranged and perverted, except for us, of course. Will the creme de la creme. Let's toast to Deb at Spot Ron. Okay, so what about that lookout? That lookout was the guy I've just heard about. The guy with the sun. Was he talking to himself though, or was he not? Huh. Anyway, that's Cash 241. Good climbing, yeah, thanks. Bertooth Point, I've been to Bell sightings. Oh, great! Just what I need. Bells. Don't worry, maybe they've mutilated those pyro lesbians I've been chasing. Alright. There are paths I can take. Quite a few of them. I have taken the northern path over here, haven't I? Just north of Cache 241, I think I have. So, next up, headed west, presumably. That sounds like a good idea. North is right around here. Might as well check again.
What does she have?
Who? Oh.
She's got Alzheimer's. Like, dementia.
Whoa. How old was she?
Is she? She's alive. She's with her family in Melbourne, Australia. She's 43.
Fuck.
Yeah.
No kidding.
What was it like when you guys found out?
Devastating. Especially for her. You can understand.
And for you?
Anyway, everything she worked for was taken away, and that was it. Yeah. I'm sorry to be such a downer.
Don't even. I'm happy to listen. And, you know, we'll try to have some fun this summer. I promise.
I don't trust her. Once again, I don't trust her one goddamn bit. I'm not sure I will ever be able to trust her. I would need to find some reassurance. Something that will convince me that she's innocent and not behind all of this. I may be paranoid, but goddammit, something is up.
I see a really thin plume of smoke.
Yeah, I see it too. A thin plume like this is either a new fire or a campfire.
Campfire. You think it's them?
I reckon so.
It looks like it's to the southwest of me.
That's right. If you hike towards 5 Mile Creek, that should put you in the neighborhood. Keep an eye on that smoke plume. Let me know if it's getting any larger.
Will do.
I'm sorry, what did I update my map with? And how? And why? Oh my goodness. 5 Mile Creek, indeed, that's the very southwest corner, so that must be... Oh yeah, that's the thin column of smoke right there. My goodness. That's quite a way away. Oh no. Okay, what is up with the fence? Seriously. Is it on my map? Why? What are you doing here, fence?
Hey, Delilah?
What do you got? You found him?
No, not yet. Why would there be a fence out here?
Because sometimes hikers go ass over tea kettle when on a trail.
So the Forest Service would put up a big chain link fence?
A chain link fence?
Yeah. It looks like it surrounds a huge area.
Huh. That's weird.
What do you think they're keeping in? What do they not want to have get out of there?
Oh, geez, so many things.
Bells?
Should I just stop you now?
Maybe loads of hedgehogs.
Okay.
Thousands even, full percentage points of the global hedgehog population.
Uh-huh.
The New Zealand government is up in arms. Where are all the hedgehogs? Well, folks are hiding them all in Wyoming. That's where they are. Who would do that and why? Haha, that is the real mystery.
Really glad I kept you in the loop. Thanks for all of the high-quality information.
Okay. I'll ask what's up if I talk to someone in the next few days who I think might know.
It's a real goddamn mystery, Delilah. You're not funny. Seriously, the lightheartedness is not appreciated. I'm really trying to find out some information. Snarky attempts at humor are fine when that's kind of the purpose.
Do you think those girls could be behind this fence?
Well, having once been an ornery young woman, the last thing I would do is climb a fence. Especially if I knew I was in trouble.
I don't even know how I would get in.
It's really strange that that's out there, by the way.
That's my
Yeah.
point.
Weird. Hey, you remember that guy from yesterday? The guy I saw hiking home?
Yeah, he put up the fence.
Yes?
Maybe he was from this fence place.
From the land of the fence.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what? I'll make a note. You might be on to something.
What are the odds that she's just not keeping me in the loop and knows perfectly well what is behind the goddamn fence? Which would be all the more reason to give such sarcastic non-replies. Oh, I'm in the forest. There's a huge fence in front of me. You know, in this area I'm new to, and you're my boss who's supposed to be keeping me in the loop as far as things are concerned. Oh, let me make fun of that. Without providing any explanation for this inexplicable event. Why is it there? Oh, you don't know. Well, I don't think it was put up here yesterday. And presumably you would have been informed of such a thing if you're my boss. So presumably you know that. So either you do know that and are not telling me, or you don't know that and are not showing any concern that you should be showing. Either way is a personal failure. Either she's being deceptive on purpose, or she genuinely does not care about great many things. So she's either incompetent or malicious. Once again, my trust here is going to be a very limited resource. Normal fences don't just appear out of nowhere like that. Presumably, they need to be set up, which takes a bit of time and effort. And because it takes that bit of time and effort and manpower, it's not done for no reason. And it's not that easy to miss if you're paying any attention to what is going on. I think the pyro lesbians might be the most innocent people in all of this.
So, how'd you meet?
Met in a bar.
The birthplace of modern romance.
I walked over and asked her what her major was because I thought she was a student, not a prof.
Smooth.
That's me. I did make the first move, though.
Aw, you were brave.
I was drunk.
But then again, you can't argue with success now, can you? Although once again, what measure of that success was caused by the fact that she had bloody dementia? Yeah, this rocks. Have I circled back around to this same spot yet again? Is this the only thing I have around here? The thing that I'm supposed to climb up? Or is there literally anything else available? Seriously, any path whatsoever that I can take alternatively. Because I'm pretty sure at this stage that the only way I can go is up there, because the only thing remaining is the area that has been fenced off. Well, no entry is possible. And no exit for that matter. Oh, wait, hold on. If you go around the fence... Yeah, the fence blocks off this path. I'm glad I'm keeping tabs on these things and notes are made on the map, because then I can be reliably sure where things are, the new things I encounter, as opposed to the things that were always there, etc., etc. Natural landmarks. If I have this all... If I have this all kept tabs on, so to speak, then... then I don't have to worry about taking these sorts of notes.
I'm having a hell of a time getting this fucking flapjack off his ass and out to repair that wire.
Excuse me, Flapjack?
You know, like a loser, a chotch.
I really don't, but I do now.
Well, the next time you're at a bar and some banker steps on your foot so he can order his crappy martini, you've got just the name to use.
Hey, Flapjack, why don't you wait your turn before I bounce your face off a dumpster?
It's beautiful.
Okay, so I can go to the left or right. Ah yes, the two paths, left and right. Does it really matter though? Does it? Presumably, they both wind up going to the same place. So that's this one. And those... that one. Both connected, obviously. That's the fence, that's the path.
What are you gonna do when the fire season wraps up? Are you gonna go be with her? Just go back to Boulder? You should go be with her. That's my opinion. Sorry for the umpteenth time. Anyway, call me when you find the girls. Or anything. Or call me whenever you want.
Maybe I'll go visit. I don't know.
Well, why not?
She's with her family in Melbourne.
So?
They're not big fans of mine.
Oh.
Her sister, Susan, is great, but her parents, I think they always thought she could do better.
She could.
And
They were right.
that I could have done a better job looking after her.
Fuck that. I have no doubt you did your best.
I don't know.
If you want to go visit her, you should go. Don't let a couple of assholes keep you away from someone you love.
I'll think about it.
Huge area, presumably with nothing to see. That's why I'm getting all these dialogue prompts. Because she's keeping me company. Was that me? Wow. Really open area here. Yeah, I think I know where I am. I'll loop around here. See if there's anything noteworthy to the sides. Presumably there isn't anything, but you know me. The meticulous guy that I am? I'm sorry, have I done something wrong or something right? Or... none of the above. I'm just narratively at that spot. Should be deep in my own thoughts, wondering about the future, what I should do. Bells. Bells could be anywhere. Do note, the music is quite relaxing. I shouldn't think like this. This Doylean mindset will be the doom of me. A few things more horrible than desperately trying to anticipate what the narrative will show you. Just to be disappointed when you find out that that's exactly what it does. Trying to anticipate is fine and dandy. It's better than fine. Obviously, you should reason. And feel. Immerse yourself. But at the same time, if you think outside the box, so to speak, if you insist on analyzing a narrative as a narrative instead of a world that you're immersed in, well then you're taking yourself out of the immersion and you're ruining things for yourself. That's why I'm not a particular fan of the Doylean approach and strictly prefer the Watsonian one. Although at times it's possibly difficult to keep these thoughts away. Yeah, there was a burnt part of the forest, but the forest shall heal. It'll be fine. Although, it won't be the same forest now, will it? These won't be the same trees. But in a fundamentally collectivistic sense, the forest will live on. That's not a line of thinking I'm particularly attuned to. It's not a line of thinking I'm a particular fan of. Drop down, eh? Presumably you can climb back up this one. But I don't want to take my chances yet. I want to see all there is to see. I'm not a particular fan of collectivism, as you might gather. Might have gathered already, quite frankly. So no. I prefer the individual trees to the collective forest. I prefer my little pet turtle to turtle kind. And of course, you may have seen selfish assholes, but you don't get genocide from selfish assholes. People who think purely of themselves and not of a group. That just doesn't happen. That's not how things work out. No. You need the notion of the group to have that line of thinking. Although with selfish assholes, you could potentially get serial killers and such. No regard for human life. Except for one's own. But still, how many do those people get? Tragic, terrifying, maybe. But at the same time... What's the path east? Hold on. Alright, I'm working around the eastern path, fine. At the same time, if you're dealing with a single individual, that may even be quite bright. It's just taking people out, left and right. There's a limit to how much he can do. It's like GTA. If you have someone who's working completely on his own, there is a hard limit to how much damage he can do, even if he optimizes, even if he does his darn best. There's a pretty hard limit to what he can get done, because he's one man. Whereas if you're organized, and there's more of you, you can get a lot more done. So malicious collectivism. Yes, scores a point in effectiveness. Alright, that's the path down. I think I've seen this path from the other perspective, obviously, making my way north. So if I wanted to go back to the cave and check up on my goddamn book, I could do so right now. Okay, taking a detour from the pyro lesbians. I hope I can climb back up, because I have further stuff to explore. Giving up on... what direction is this? This is south. Okay, let's go there, go to the cave and check up on the books. Narratively insignificant, but my goodness, from a personal standpoint, in my personal playthrough of this silly little game, I care about that book that just disappeared before my very eyes. And I'm only going to see one book here and I'm going to be upset. Oh look, it's dark now. Yeah, there's the one book. Watch it disappear as well, watch it. No? That's the spot. That's where the books go to die. I've destroyed both of them. Now, they're both gone. But, you know what they say. In for a penny, in for a pound, eh? They're both gone. But I wasn't about to collect them all if I wasn't going to collect that single one, so I might as well give up. Stupid book-eating cave. Yeah, whatever, dude. I'm really proud of you. Now, let's make our way south. Yeah, hide that map, hide that compass, and haul ass, please. We have some distance to cover, we have some pyro lesbians to catch. Hoop. And we can climb back up, should we desire to. Shall we desire to? I really don't think we'll be coming back through here, ever. Or will we? Depends on how long we spend here and depends on whether we're pursued by anyone. How on earth did pyro lesbians make their way across all of this nonsense? When it's taking a decent bit of effort, as far as this reasonably athletically inclined man is concerned. What is up with these teens? Are they really making their way all across all of this? Are they? You know, just casually, drunkenly doing that, or is it someone else?
Wow, I'm on top of a natural bridge out here.
Really? Is it a complete arch?
No, I guess the bridge is out here. Still, I think I could jump this gap to get across the canyon.
Well, you're a regular Evel Knievel.
Oh yeah, you should see the jumpsuit I'm wearing.
Okay, show me the map. Okay, I see. So I could make it all the way south, or I could not. Yeah, I think I'll reserve my hops for later. Oh, you know, seriously, what am I... What's the point? Now I could make my way towards Thunder Canyon, but I'm not sure what the purpose of that would be. Oh, I could go to the Watapi Meadow, I could try. Right, and if it doesn't work out, I'll just come back here. And continue exploring the area. I don't necessarily immediately want to find the pyro lesbians. I like the idea of taking my time and discovering as much as I can. I'm down in Thunder Canyon.
I'm down in Thunder Canyon. I'm not seeing that smoke anymore.
Oh, it's still burning away. Try heading west from where you are. If you loop past the lake, there should be a trail that'll take you further south.
Thanks, that helps.
Oh, a lake that'll take me further south. Interesting. So apparently I can go through the... But I want to go north. Oh boy. The lake further south, though, is a region I can explore that I have not explored so far. So there's that. What the hell was that? That made no sense. So two pathways lie before me. Both of them leading south. Can I get through here to the north? Of course I can, because oh yes, I can lay down the rope so I can go through here. Yes. Well, pyro lesbians, you'll have to wait tiny bit for me to get to you. Because now I can actually... Is this where I actually am? Ah, yes, yes, I haven't explored this path. I truly have not. Despite everything. Because I didn't have the rope. Now I can rappel down. The smoke is to the southwest. What are the odds of me finding the pyro lesbians over here to the north? All the northwest. Reporting this to Delilah is going to be hilarious. Hey, I'm over here to the north now. What the hell are you doing though? You're supposed to be investigating the smoke, weren't you? Where are you going exactly? What are you doing with your life? Are we on the same page here? You had one job. Why are you not watching the file? You do realize that you're the only one who can genuinely prevent those forest fires, right? Oh boy. At the what? A damaged tree. Oh great, I'm going to need an axe to deal with this tree on one hand. And to deal with a couple of other things. This is the damaged tree. Okay, that's where it is. And it leads me down a path over there. That's a lot of smoke. That's not the only damaged tree, although the previous damaged tree didn't seem to lead into... Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. So this damaged tree, something I need to keep in mind. Once I find the axe, I will be able to clear out quite a few paths, quite a few additional ones. Oh, look! Here's that creepy fence again. So at least I'm demarcating the fence. Can we? Loose stone. Oh, oh, I see. Because, there are options. There are possibilities. And I could shove the gate, and if this game does not have outright deaths, then let's just say that something would happen. But if it does, then something else would happen. Thanks, Stone. Yeah, okay, taking a picture of the fence. Oh, logos. If the fence is electrified. Never mind. Was worth a try. Uppity whoppity, what is it? Bigfoot? Seriously, what's going on here? That's the huge fenced off area. And Wapiti got mentioned, didn't it? Wapiti. You need to talk. Did you get my note about what went down in Wapiti? I probably overdid it. What? Dave. Wapiti. Dave knew. Something happened though. But what and why and how? Well, I can deliberate all I want, but I'm not going to discover anything new. So I guess it's back onto the hot trail of pyro lesbians. However, in true Metroidvania fashion, as I have unlocked new tools in my arsenal, I will be making my way everywhere I previously could not reach. I'm not going to make the previous mistake of not investigating thoroughly enough. I've been here, and now it doesn't seem like there are too many places to go. Can I venture north? I don't think I can, but I might as well give it a shot. Yes, ducks, I know. Could I just wade through the water and end up on the other side? Is that a possibility? Because at this point I am desperate enough to try. Alright, I have two options. Either I go down the lake or through the rocky bridge. Going through the rocky bridge doesn't unlock that great of a new path, so I'll presumably be forced to backtrack. Thus, I will go that path first, through there, and will only... will only go boldly downstream once I have that one figured out and explored. I want to find things out as early on as humanly possible, so that I have the benefit of foresight, instead of always being a step behind and operating purely on hindsight. I don't want to be put in the spot of why does this keep happening? I guess it's a bit of a fog, etc., whatever. I don't want to be put in a spot where I need to do things in a place immediately as I first venture out into it. I want to have a little bit more slack and a little bit more leeway. I want to go to a place, thoroughly explore it, find out its secrets, and then, once I need to, possibly come back to it and do whatever it is that I need to do over there. Just totally understandable, isn't it? It's the same as it was with those wires up north. I didn't have to go to them. I could have just gone through the cave and all the way back to my watchtower, but I decided to explore anyway. And lo and behold, it was quite useful. It was a quite prudent thing to do, because then the very next day, when I needed to actually go over there and explore a tad further, I already knew what to expect. I was familiar with the area. It wasn't the first time I've encountered a hawk. Hawk what? Hawk rest. Hawk's rest. Lots of climbing. Plenty of climbing. As I am desperately trying to comprehend this, I'm drawing a blank. There are too many elements that are altogether incoherent. Not in and of themselves, but together. The D&D map, the cut cable, the fenced off region, Delilah acting shifty. None of this makes any sense together. There's nothing in particular that this tells me. There are too many moving parts for me so far. And they're not moving in the same direction. Which, granted, might just be the case. There's the distinct possibility that there are multiple actors pursuing very disparate goals, and thus there is no single coherent explanation, because there are multiple actors and thus multiple factors, multiple stories, multiple things happening. Alright, this is the next thing to do. I need to climb these rocks. I am really glad I don't have to do this myself. Could I even do such a thing myself? Could I climb one of these? Potentially. Might not be terribly aesthetically inclined, but I'm not completely crippled. Yeah, I could climb one and be done by that point. Just be completely physically spent due to extremely low stamina. But I could potentially climb one of these. Hell knows. Also, this guy's idea that he should be with his wife. Should he though? Should he? Is that what he should be doing? Should he be in Australia with his wife? If he wants to move to Australia, then maybe, but the idea... I can't clear it because I don't have the axe yet. But I can sidestep it. Yeah, this is the one. I've seen this from the other side, right? Long drop down. There will be no coming back. No coming back whatsoever. This is near cache 306. There's no coming back. And I can't clear this trail because I don't yet have the axe. So that would be quite a commitment, and quite like Delilah, I'm not prepared. Much of a commitment. Once again, possibly I am supposed to... Yeah, supposed to. Once again, that's Dorian thinking. Okay, then let me put it another way for myself. Perhaps due to the circumstances I am in, I tend to interpret facts in a very cautious way. You've gotta be kidding. Oh, son of a... Oh, no. No! Oh, fuck, no! No! Goodbye, cruel world! This keeps happening! Seriously! God! I didn't do anything unusual, okay? There was literally the interact button to jump across, and I did jump across. I pressed the button. Now, forgive me for making the assumption, which I to date thought was fairly bloody reasonable, that if you are putting a player in a situation where he has to click the interact button, you have a scripted sequence that literally cannot fail because it's scripted. It starts from point A, it goes to point B, and it doesn't have any flexibility. So there's these spawning falling rocks that appear out of nowhere. That's brilliant. Look at this. It appears out of nowhere. Absolutely out of nowhere. It just spawns in the sky. It doesn't fall from above. I mean, it does fall from above, but not from there. It falls from nothingness. But once again, it's not like... It's not the usual problem. Well, you have someone messing about and trying to climb an incline he wasn't supposed to climb, or doing any of those sorts of things. No, this was a scripted interaction. Now, I get it, you offer the interaction button from some point, and then you leave off the player in some place. So, ultimately, all there is to it, where you leave the player off is not a problem. It's all in the beginning of the interaction. So you begin the interaction someplace, and all you have to do is get the player from one of the many, potentially many places he can start the interaction in, to the place where the interaction precisely is supposed to begin, play the interaction from point A to point B, leave him in point B. It really isn't that complicated. If you have no idea how to implement a smooth transition from any initial point the interaction can be initiated from to the actual point where the animation starts, then just immediately, I don't know, teleport him to that spot. Most people won't notice, most people won't care. It makes perfect sense to them. They click the button and then the thing just happens. You can make a smooth transition. That also makes perfect sense. Okay, we want to start from this location, so you have to be standing there. A basic bit of pathfinding that you can hopefully do moves the player from the initial point to point A. And then you play the animation, you leave him off in point B. Presumably nothing glitches in the animation itself. Presumably from point B, the player can proceed freely. So how the hell do you mess up such a basic thing is pretty much beyond me. Do they allow flexibility in where you can jump from and actually genuinely jump the player from there, wherever the hell he is, onto the other side? That's straightforwardly dumb. That's not how this interaction should be coded. Well, so much from my Watsonian view, eh? But seriously, that was an annoying experience, and I am more and more miffed by the entire situation. And it all started with you. Those started with the books, yes. But I wasn't supposed to even go here, okay? I know where I am. I was supposed to go down the lake. So what the hell? Oh, no, presumably I have to go south through here. And then up the lake, upstream. I don't think I can go downstream. Can I? Can I? Well, let's check that first, then I'll come back to the cans, handle the cans. Presumably I will need to use the rope to descend and then follow the river. But before I do that, I will check whether there are any, and I do mean any other spots that I can use the rope on. Anything whatsoever, anything at all. What? Ah, yes, the thin column of smoke. The good old TCOS. Perhaps I'll get the opportunity to radio in beer cans. Also, I did not talk about the dog. Maybe I should have started with the dog conversation. Maybe I should have started with the power conversation. I don't know. Beer cans. All right. Huh. Yeah, I will have to go through there. You know why? Because otherwise I don't really have much of a way of coming back up through here and to the east. And the only way back is through the cave again, which is not necessarily the path I wish to take every single time. Now, let's try to figure out if there are any additional rope paths I have yet to explore. I don't have the axe. It's not a rope path. I couldn't get there. Nope. There's just this single one. The one that presumably leads to the pyro lesbians. Alright. So there are literally two things I could do at this particular juncture. I could trek all the way back, jump through the little stone bridge, and possibly explore all around here again. Or I could immediately go for the pyro lesbians. And although the former option allows for more exploration, I feel like I'll go with the latter. And I'll hunch that there isn't anything else to discover at this particular point. How do I know that? Or am I just being lazy? Well, the honest answer is that I don't actually know that, but still, I think it's fairly reasonable to assume that. From a narrative perspective, there is a bit of a sense of urgency, isn't there? I could hypothetically go all the way around and visit my little watchtower, go to the medicine circle and so on before doing anything. But should I genuinely do that, ignoring the cloud of smoke entirely? Once again, I hypothetically could. And I'm seriously debating it. Oh, it would be such a backtrack. And I have explored pretty much every other path ahead of time. And I also will almost inevitably have the opportunity to explore every single bit of that once I deal with the pyro lesbians. So let's actually head straight for them, instead of compulsively exploring every single bit of the area just because I technically have the opportunity to do so. I guess that may count as me not being entirely consistent, and that is perfectly fine, as long as I'm making some reasonable choices, which I am. Yeah, this is the path to the east, this is where I am blocked off, and cannot proceed any further. Now, I can't climb up, because I can only attach the rope on a descending slope. I could absolutely climb that, but apparently, for whatever reason, as athletic as this guy is, he can only climb up and down very steep inclines. Slopes that are pretty much 90 degrees. But when something is a little less steep, he's suddenly incapable of doing so. Which is somewhat bizarre. He could clearly climb that, but he's not willing to. I understand that that's a somewhat arbitrary limitation, and I am okay with that. I don't think there's anything else I need to trouble myself with. Let's rappel, head on down, and finally discover what on earth is up with that cloud of... oh, that's swirling cloud of smoke. Also, if I have not made it utterly and perfectly clear, I don't believe it's the pyro lesbians who've cut the lines. Now, as much as I'm willing to believe in all sorts of malice and ill will, I really don't think drunk teenage girls would be climbing telephone poles and cutting lines. That requires a decent bit of dedication and athletic capabilities. It may ultimately turn out to be the answer. It may turn out to be the case, but I will be quite surprised if it does. That is quite a feat, all in all. Alright, I am down here. There really isn't much to see. But my goodness, am I keeping my eyes open? For all I know, I could encounter a bear. Right, diverging paths, left and right, was the pillar of smoke. Over there, presumably. Left and right, eh? Let's stick to the... No, hold on. No, it's west and east. So let's stick to the eastern side for now. I will be back to check the other side as well. Don't you worry about that. I am going to be reasonably thorough. Interesting. What I do thoroughly, but I don't do everything. But if I don't do everything, that means I'm not thorough in a sense. So I'm selectively thorough. Which is fine, I guess. It makes perfect sense. If you're not thorough about everything, that doesn't mean that you're not thorough. That just means that you do make some choices. And frankly, even if it does mean that you're not thorough about everything, that doesn't make you any less thorough about the sort of things you are thorough in. It does make perfect sense. Because you could reach the absurd conclusion that you can never actually truly be thorough because you'd have to be thorough about everything, and you cannot possibly be thorough about everything, therefore no one is actually thorough. Which you may consider absolutely true, and it is absolutely useless as a statement. You just invalidate a perfectly reasonable notion for your own unwillingness to allow for new ones. What do we have here? Initial map info. Okay, Jonesy Lake, the first lookout, yes. Paths, the flats, and a waterfall. Intriguing. Of course, the pyro lesbian shall be at the waterfall. They seem to like water. Additional pine cones have been located. Why people keep putting pine cones in these boxes, I can never say. Other than that, they're mostly empty, aside from the single missing person. Mitch Michaels, 31. Distinctive facial hair. Was that seen around Jonesy Lake on the 3rd of July 1981. He's not known to be familiar with the area. Okay. Talk to me.
How many hikers go missing in the Shoshone?
More than none, unfortunately, with most of them being in this area. The thoroughfare because it's so remote. Why?
I found an old flyer for a missing hiker. It just got me thinking, that's all. Like how you said one day you were talking to the Goodwins and then the next you weren't.
Ned Goodwin didn't get mauled by a bear or stuck in a ravine. He was just a PTSD'd a-hole who dragged his son out to do a job and realized it was a bad idea.
And how do you know that? Grizzlies won't kill assholes?
What, grizzlies won't kill an a-hole? They don't have a taste for unapologetic pricks?
Nope, it's why we haven't lost a ranger in 11 years.
So, you don't think anything bad happened to those guys?
Yeah, I guess it's possible, but we usually find evidence of stuff like that.
So you found no evidence and you treat that as evidence?
If you were to be hunted down and torn to shreds, I'm sure someone would come across a bloody beard and shredded pair of ugly cargo shorts.
Eventually.
I like shorts.
I'm sure you do, Henry.
This is now mine. Oh, whoa, what the hell? Yes, Theodore Roosevelt, okay, fair enough. It's about as much as I can pry from this crate. These supply crates have not been terribly... Whoa, lush woods indeed. What? I don't like the sound of that.
Boy, for as dry as it is this summer, there's an area down here that's lush.
Oh, you must be talking about the Aspen Grove down there.
Yeah, I think that's where I am.
Those trees are actually one root organism. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah, they share their water as a colony that can live for hundreds of years, even through fire. Can you believe you're actually getting paid to learn all of these amazing things? Also, by what it looks like on this map, you'll be coming up on a stream that should lead you towards where we saw that smoke.
Is the tree about to fall? What was it? It's just swaying in the wind, right? Nothing to be worried about. Just some trees. Oh, look. Nice little stream. Yeah, that's presumably 5 Mile Creek, and then presumably as far south as you can be. Pretty much. Okay, if I'm as far south as you can be, let's go through this lush vegetation and try to stumble upon anything of note. Anything, really. Come on, anything. On either side. Or in the middle. Or in the forest. I will not just follow the stream the moment I get the opportunity to. Because, once again, I am reasonably thorough. I will investigate. I certainly will do that. Mostly for no obvious benefit, that just doesn't seem to be. Anything here? Okay. Think I'll have to follow the stream from now on because there really isn't anything around. As much as I enjoy my little exploration. Also, I do recall something about... Yes, all Shoshone. There was supposed to be an achievement related to that, so I figured I would look at the text and check if anything happens, but nothing did. Of course nothing did. Where's that smoke? I'm exploring the other end of the map. Oh. Beyond some boulders. On the other side of the stream, there's absolutely nothing here. Of course there's nothing here. Why should there be anything there? Crossing to the other side. Exploring further east. Seriously, desperately looking for anything. No, nothing lurking in the water. No. Suspicious branches. Nothing. No sign of human life. There's just nothing going on. Nothing and no one, just the music to keep me busy. Well entertained. Ooh, I think that's the path. Which means I should head elsewhere. I should stick to the southern bit, presumably. And where is south? Exactly on the other side. Thus we shall cross the stream yet again. Aspen, single organism. Gotcha. I do apologize for not being possibly more entertaining. It's been a long day. And quite frankly, I just don't have much to remark upon at this stage. My goodness, is there absolutely nothing. Seriously, there is this huge boulder atop of a small hill. I could remark upon it, but I can't quite remark upon it because I can't get on it. But other than that, I can marvel at its beauty. That's about it. It's about the extent of my options. I can hug the southern edge of the map. Oh, yes, Vista. Reporting the Vista.
Hey, what's to the south of here?
Mexico? Is this some sort of riddle?
I just have a nice view to the south. You know, trees and mountains forever.
Well, eventually you'll wander into the area overseen by Chimney Rock Lookout, but that's probably an impossible hike in terms of terrain.
All right. She seems thoroughly bemused. Once again, let me remind you that I do not trust her, and I don't know how justified I am in treating her this way. Her reactions have been puzzling. So, she is either incompetent, and eccentric, or outright malicious and potentially dangerous. Either way, I have to stay on my guard. I can rely on her for light entertainment, but I certainly cannot rely on her. I know that I'm backtracking a tiny bit. I certainly cannot rely on her for useful advice always. For her to watch my back for a variety of reasons, mostly because she's not actually physically here and won't be here, presumably. But also because her advice might not necessarily be terribly helpful, terribly useful, terribly accurate. She might tell me about aspen trees, but that's about the extent.
It's a really nice waterfall down here. Given those girls love a skinny dipping, I bet they're nearby.
No response. Once again, I understand that you may have a grudge, and I understand that I threw the stereo, and they may have thrown my typewriter. That's about the extent of vandalism I'm capable of intellectually stomaching. But I don't think they climbed the telephone poles while drunk and cut them on purpose. That requires a degree of malice, planning, determination, and coordination of athleticism I sincerely doubt they'd be capable of. I might be underestimating them, but I am growing weary of repeating myself as far as the possibility of being wrong is concerned. Yes, I may be wrong, or I may not be wrong, but in the end, okay, so there are two paths effectively, and I'm puzzled by that. There are two paths. I can go up here, or I can go up over there. I'll go up here first. There's presumably nothing here. Yes, I am growing weary of reminding you how I may be wrong about every single assumption I make. I may, or I may not. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. That's the point of uncertainty. Perhaps I ought to tell you if I am really, truly convinced of something. I still mostly waver and waffle. I'm as confused as ever. But I'm seeking truth. I'm trying to discover, trying to determine what's going on. And I ought to remember that I have the camera with me, so I can creep up on them and take a picture of them. Which does sound quite creepy, but at the same time, hey. I'd love to have evidence that it wasn't just all in my head. Oh, look.
I see a campsite, and it looks like they've got a fire.
Is it them?
That seems like it. I swear, they must have dragged 4 cases of beer out here.
Track them down, and don't let them see you.
What a job this is.
So presumably I shouldn't make a lot of noise. And then, like the safari I'm on, I'm supposed to snag a pic because it's not the deadly sort of safari. What if, get me out here, what if I find the corpses out here? And then it slips by that, and slips out that there was this maniac out there hunting down 2 poor teenage girls lost in the woods, minding their own business. Upset at them drunkenly breaking a window of his and possibly slightly denting the old typewriter he had there in his little lookout tower. What if I become the fall guy? For no good reason. Just like that. That enormous column of smoke must have come from someplace else, right? It can't be this tiny little campfire. Teenage girls, huh? That really...
Some of their clothes are all torn up.
That's not good.
Torn clothes? No, really, that's it's a plate and a spoon. Those are not torn clothes, but
You know, maybe I should take one of their sleeping bags as payback.
dude,
At this stage, take whatever you want.
Their tent looks like it's been through the shredder.
What could have done that? Like a bear or I don't know, it sounds crazy, but even a bull elk if it's off its rocker.
Whatever did it, did not hold back.
You've got that camera, right? It might be a good idea to get a few snaps, just in case.
Yeah, good thinking.
it is indeed a good idea. Or will it be treated as evidence against me? Oh look, he's documenting his crimes. I don't trust her, I don't trust anyone. Dear Psycho! I hope you're fucking happy we're leaving and we're going to find the police or whatever and tell them about how you creeped on us in the lake and then came and destroyed our campsite and all of our stuff. I didn't do that. Oh, and stealing panties is gross out. I didn't do that. You're probably a mental fucking ex-murderer and are so going to jail. I hope it was worth being a jerk over some fireworks, dick. And a nice little heart. See, I am being made the fall guy, but ultimately didn't do anything wrong here.
Looks like someone left a note.
Intriguing. Maybe you should read it.
Okay, yeah.
Let me know what it says.
Well, here's the thing, you see. I'm being accused of horrible things here.
Oh, they're gone, for sure.
Well, what's it say?
They're calling the police think I attacked them.
Threatening to call the police because they think I attacked them.
Oh my god, well, did you?
No.
Don't be ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. I've known you, what, 24 hours? Maybe you're nuts.
Well, I'm not.
God, look, I just came out here to sit in a tower, all right? Not get into some mess with a bunch of co-eds.
It's fine. They're gone?
Yeah, they're gone. But you should see this place. It's weird.
weird stuff happens in the woods. It could be other campers. They could be having a bad mushroom trip. We really don't know.
Oh,
But
it's you.
they're gone. There's no way to call the cops. They're not coming back. And we can get to work. I'd really like to start enjoying a quiet summer.
Yeah, me too.
Oh no,